Hey guys, welcome back to Sports with Jada King Hefner. I'm your host, Jada King Hefner, and I'm surrounded by all the ladies. We got breaking news today. First, God bless to everybody that's tuning in. Pray everything's going great for you. But we got breaking news today, man. We got LeBron James, um, some people's second best player of all time, definitely in contention for the GOAT. To be honest with you, the GOAT of longevity, as they say, because nobody's been this good for this long, and nobody at his age would be this sought after at the age of 41. Maybe Jordan could have did it, but like I say, he wasn't motivated to do it back then. He was playing for other reasons as he got older, and other players that played forever that wanted to be good, their bodies didn't hold up. But LeBron James has been a thing of disbelief as far as how great his body is held up. But with all that said, um, he did break the mold with all this moving around from team to team. Nobody that's ever been great like he is did all this moving around and what they would call ring chasing, so to speak. And let me tell you something. Somebody who's seen a bit of all the eras almost, seeing Jordan and things of that nature, man. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad he didn't do what LeBron's doing right now. Not only from an integrity standpoint, man, Jordan could have had about 10, 11, 12 rings, man, had he played half this long and really been trying to go to the best teams to win championships. Had he left the Bulls and immediately started looking for his best situation, he could have literally had a chokehold on the league for the next 4 or 5 years after the Bulls dynasty. Thank God he didn't do that, or the league would have been very boring because you would have always knew who would have won. So luckily, MJ didn't kill the stat books like that. But LeBron has tried to move around, and he's found success everywhere, even though he's not found overwhelming success. The guy's 4-6 in championships. But he's been a 10, Jay. I don't give a damn. You done lost six, man. You done lost as many times as MJ done won. So, no, that's not good in my book. But for the people who make a case for LeBron being the best, he could potentially win another ring, and they would, feel more empowered to say so. And let me tell you something. He went to one of the best places he could have went to, and that's Philadelphia. But it shocked me and didn't shock me. And I'm going to tell you why. From a basketball standpoint, yes, I can see why he would want to go there. He's cool with Maxey. They're stacked as a team with Maxey, Edgecombe. You got Jaylen Brown. Now you throw LeBron, who can play the power, because this is not a big league like it used to be. And then if you can get Joel B to just be, like they say, halfway healthy. I was envisioning thinking about LeBron potentially going to Denver back when all this got started. And I was like, well, the one draw of LeBron going to Denver is he can finally have a legit center, somebody down low that can really get buckets for him and take pressure off of him having to do as much posting up, and he can just dump the passes down in the post. Well, guess what? He has that with Philadelphia as long as Embiid is healthy. And once again, now Embiid doesn't have to worry about as many double teams with LeBron, Jaylen Brown on the floor. If he can just stay halfway healthy, that's LeBron's big man down low. Then he has people who are hungry like Jaylen Brown. You got Maxey that's super hungry. So guess what? At this stage of LeBron's career, he can choose to chill out and just feed these guys that want to be trying to score 25 to 30 points. Then you got Edgecombe, a rookie he can take up under his wing, teach him more veteran ways. And he can chill out and just have a really relaxed year and justify it all in his mind by saying, guess what? If y'all going to pay me $4 million, it ain't nowhere in hell I'm finna go work hard or as hard as I could work. So I understand it from a basketball standpoint because guess what? You go to Miami, even though it's with Giannis, you're going to have to do some work down there. You can't just chill. if you go to New York, you don't want to. They already won a title. You can't pat yourself on the back. You go to Cleveland, you got Donovan Mitchell, but you got James damn well Harden, who always blows up. Do you want to take a chance on that? No. You got some people down low, but if they're healthiest, they're not no damn Joel Embiid. And so it's question marks there, and he'd have to carry up more of a load there. And he wasn't going to Boston. He wanted to go somewhere where he can get a bit of credit. So when you think about that, all those scenarios, like I say, with Miami, I even thought about the scenario of, man, I think about some of my old jobs, not even that even if they didn't end bad, sometimes it's just in your heart not to go back and retrace those steps. In the case of Cleveland, where he did retrace those steps. Why? Because he didn't finish a job that he thought should have been finished. He went, got a title, which the Warriors should have never lost their championship. That's another story. But so now the only thing he can do is go home and mess up. Now they'll still forgive him, but you know, guess what? That's still a chapter that he can hold on to and say, well, I already did that. I don't got to go redo. So I see why he went to Philly in that case, as far as the East is concerned. But we are saying that this man had the ability to do whatever he wanted to do. And so part of me, although I don't want to see LeBron get any more titles, let's be honest here, because I don't want him to have any more stake to these people saying he's the best ever, because the truth is he just ain't. That time has passed. You know, you might get another title and you may move up the totem pole a bit, but bro, you got 6 damn losses. Sorry, you ain't overtaking MJ. But with all this said, I thought he might go play with Golden State a bit closer to his family, play with his old-time friend, and I thought that would be an exciting duo to sort of watch. I know they had great chemistry. I honestly was hoping they got Anthony Davis just to sort of solidify him going there. But by him not going there, I think in his mind, he was just like, hey, once again, he didn't want to just go for the sake of playing and it being very, very challenging and not knowing whether he really had a real chance of getting to the finals, because the West is hell. Even with him and Steph, and then you got 2 old guys that's possibly having to play defense. Draymond is old. So, I mean, basketball terms. So I understand why he wouldn't want to go there for basketball reasons, but for a feel-good family reason, I could see him going, but he chose basketball. Excuse me. I think he could have chosen the Wolves, but I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have taken a claim on winning a title on playing. And I love LaMelo. But in the West, playing with LaMelo and Ant, and yeah, they got some pieces surrounding them, but nah, man, I'm not trusting that in the stacked West. It's not enough firepower for me and too many question marks. So I understand why he didn't go there. Denver, yeah, you're going to choose Philadelphia or one of those Eastern Conference teams before you go with Denver, because once again, the West is hell. Then you take a look at OKC. LeBron was never going to join no damn Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said some things about LeBron in the past that he didn't think was too flattering, so he was never going there. One place, though, that I think he should have damn well, if you're going to just think about basketball, man, I ain't going to even lie. I'd have probably had to think hard about going to San Antonio, because that's one place that he would have got credit. Why? Because they lost the finals. So you go there and y'all win, well, you get credit for that. Unfortunately, I mean, you still only go over Jordan now or nothing like that. But like I said, you can move up the totem pole in some people's eyes. He would move up my totem pole, but he still wouldn't be over Kobe and Magic and Bird, honestly, to me. But with all that said, he would have went with a younger team, even though it doesn't matter as much because he's only talking about playing a couple of years. So it justifies him going with a more veteran team. But you don't have the question marks of injury like you do with Embiid. But man, you know Wemby is going to be a dog. You got a chance to sort of let him soak a little bit of your veteran knowledge up as well. You got Castle, who's a dog. You got Harper, who's a dog. Now, maybe he don't want to go play with Harper because him and Ron Harper, Dylan Harper's father, had a little bit of falling out. So maybe he didn't want to go over there because of that. The only weak link is De'Aaron Fox, who wouldn't have been a weak link as long as LeBron is around, and you could have always traded him. But I would have really considered going to San Antonio. But the only problem is, even with him going to San Antonio, I would have favored him to get out the West, but it still would have been a challenge getting past OKC. Still would have been a challenge. And others in the West. Because Houston is probably going to be a lot better this year, too. So, with all that said, he didn't want to deal with that damn Western Conference and just a potential competition. So, he did want to go back east. So, make a long story short, I understand why he went and where he went, but boy, it still shocked me because the thought of LeBron in that damn Philly jersey just seems so off. It don't seem right. And the only thing that I see as a real hiccup to them getting to the finals is Embiid's health. Because LeBron, he one of them guys, I give him credit for this now. He will fit in. You know, if he's smart, I'm going to tell you, if I was LeBron, and I hope he don't think like this, I hope he ain't this smart. But if I was LeBron, I promise you, I'd average 8 to 10 points this year. But no, 10 points because we don't want him averaging under double figures. I average 10 points and 20 assists. Give me about 8 rebounds. Man, that'll be a Hall of Fame season on that team. 10, 11 points, 20 assists. You can do that in your sleep. Halfway play a little defense. Man, that'll make them a very big championship contender. But even with LeBron on that team, I just think that they're going to have a hard time not getting out the East. I think they're getting out the East. But I think they'll have a hard time with whoever get out the West, whether it's OKC, San Antonio, another surprise. And just the West just built a bit different. So I think they'll have a hard time, but LeBron will have a good shot at getting his 5th title with this team. And boy, I'm going to tell you though, before I get out of here, the people that I really feel like complete freaking idiots is Boston. They ought to be feeling like complete idiots because it's no damn well way they should have not ended up with Giannis Antetokounmpo. It ain't no way. They should have had him. I think the holdup was them offering Jaylen Brown 35. I forgot what the number was, but Antetokounmpo wanted an extra year on his contract, and they wanted to offer him an extra year less. The extra year would have been a 35% cap hit instead of a 30% hit, and they didn't want to take that on. It ain't no way. I mean, that was Boston. They didn't want to take that on. It ain't no way that I wouldn't have took that on if I'm getting rid of Jaylen Brown. So they really set this whole scenario up. And here's the worst part. They was talking about how they thought they was going to still be okay this year. Not now. They're going to – no, I take it back. That's exactly what they're going to be. Okay. An okay team. They'll probably be number 4 or 5 in the Eastern Conference. Whereas they would have been number 2 or 1 had they got Giannis. But with all that said, man, this is a big basketball move for LeBron. He moving away from family. And even if they come visit, like you say, ain't nobody moving to no damn Philadelphia. But it does feel a bit artificial to me because even if he wins, it just feels, I don't know, so fake, so constructed. But I give him this. It's going to add a lot of excitement and intrigue to this upcoming year. But I'm going to not just bash LeBron. I'm going to give him kudos from this one standpoint. It was a basketball decision. You know, this was a straight, I was wondering whether he was going to, this was a basketball decision. Because he said, hey, for the next 2 years, family, just deal with it. At first, I didn't know whether he was going to play past these 2 years. But now I seen him put something out about how he thought that he wasn't coming back. Get the F out of here. We know you was coming back. You weren't going to end like that. But I do believe now he may be done after these 2 years because I don't know. It's just the way this is going. I don't see him going to another team sort of after this. It just depends on how bad it ends. If it ends really bad, they don't win, and he's still halfway productive, he may be able to find another team to latch on to. But I'm surprised and not surprised. That's what I say to end this stream. You can let me know what you think. But here's to a hell of an exciting season, because that's exactly what we got. Boy, Boston, y'all dropped the damn ball. And everybody else that was hoping to get LeBron, well, you can make all the moves that you want to make. As of right now, me and all the ladies, we out of here.